Floyd County All-Stars. That's the title track off your latest album. It's been out about 8 months now. How's it? You getting good response off that album?
Yeah.
I like it myself, but
Yeah, I had recorded those songs probably 2 years ago, and I just sometimes would go in the studio and just record, just go in acoustic guitar myself, and just anything that's on my heart to do, I'll do, and I don't always have a plan. And this song, Floyd County All-Stars, I had written. I was living with my brother, and like I said, he's 8 years younger than me, and he had some friends over and talking about the good old days of high school sports, and from a real small town in eastern Kentucky, and the high school sports, that's a big part of the social scene too. There's not much else going on, so these games they hold a lot of weight, and you get into district tournament and regional tournament, and it's just a big deal growing up for a lot of people. And like I said, they were talking about the good old days, and it just reminded me of myself. When my friends, you have a couple drinks, and then you just start reliving the same things it's the same story every time of ball games past and people you remember. And for me growing up, it was like we would just go to games as a kid just because that was something to do, and those older players were heroes of mine, and I'll just never forget that. And I put it out on SoundCloud just because I tend to just put things on there that it's just a different platform that isn't necessarily mainstream. Not everybody's on there, and there were some kids in the county that found it, and it blew it was 20,000 streams real quick on there, and they said there was people reaching out saying that they had been singing that song at games, playing it on the school bus on the way to games, and I was like, okay, well maybe there's something to this. And I think music has the power to do a lot, and coming from an area that's kind of down on the downswing of things, kind of a lot of poverty, a lot of drugs, it's easy to, I think that my area in particular, it's easy to identify Appalachia with just all this negative stuff, and kids hear that, so they start to believe it, all the negative stuff. And one thing I really try to do with the songs that I write is just, especially songs like this that's so particular to where I live, it's like it's really for kids and for people to be like, what you're experiencing is worth something. It's worth something to put it in a song. And as a songwriter, it's an artist, it's easy to get caught up in doing things for myself because it's like I've got to move it along. I've got to move this whole thing along, and I ask myself a lot, like, what can I do to make a bigger difference, make a bigger impact? And sometimes all I can do is write a song. So if that brings people together, then that can be just as powerful as anything, So it's really been something to watch the kids around the county take this song. And I know my school in particular, Prestonsburg High School. So in this song, there's a lot of references to mascots and schools of Floyd County where I live, and Prestonsburg is where I went. And recently they've just been losing kids to other schools for one reason or another. And it's like, if we don't have our people where we live, then we don't have anything. That's how communities die. And there's a line in this song, it's like, loyal and true, we pledge allegiance to you. And it's kind of been their rallying cry, like loyal and true, just trying to keep people to stay and be loyal to where they live. So yeah, I feel weird sometimes playing it because I don't, people not knowing where these places are and these mascots, like it not resonating with them.
I think it does. I mean, especially here. I mean, it looks like a really big city that you're in, but it's not. It's a small town here too. And that's a joke. You don't have to laugh. But no, we get it. It's the same way around here. Friday night football at the high school, and really that was the only thing to do till Brewski's popped up. Now you can go get drunk. But yeah. Well, why don't you play it for the folks?
All right. This is for all the blue comments out there. All right. I just saw blue comments when I came in, so don't hold that against me. Cougars, all right. Now I know. Won't happen again. Thanks for not throwing anything at me. Mikey Hall played Raider ball better than anyone I know. I'd take him and Thomas Jenkins, and Johnny Martin would be my coach. A bunch of Floyd County All-Stars, Prestonsburg Black Cats, a bunch of rowdy rebels when we're wild off our ass. We all win and lose, 'cause we're all in the same class. They say Left Beaver boys can shoot, but Peaburg boys are fast. On a Friday night and we'll ride when the Bobcats come to town. Every tack at Johnson Hall drinking alcohol are all waiting to throw down. A bunch of Floyd County All-Stars, Betsy Lane Bobcats, a bunch of rowdy rebels when we're wild off our ass. We all win and lose, 'cause we're all in the same class. They say Left Beaver boys can shoot, but Peaburg boys are fast. Loyal and true, we pledge allegiance to you. This is our motto. We're all for one and all for alma mater. A bunch of Floyd County All-Stars, Martin Purple Flash, a bunch of rowdy rebels when we're wild off our ass. We all win and lose, 'cause we're all in the same class. They say Left Beaver boys can shoot, but Peaburg boys are fast. They say Left Beaver boys can shoot, Peaburg boys are fast. Thank you.